Hi there, what is up? My name is Chelsey Pleasant.
And I'm Cameron Pleasant.
And this is a new series I'm doing on my channel. If you usually watch my stuff, it's a lot of like fitness and nutrition and dance fitness. But I am doing this new series because we are going through a really cool chapter where we're actually going to be building our own house.
That's right. Our dream home and our dream destination.
Yes, and we're doing it on a budget, so we want to share this all with you. So let's kind of just show. We currently live in Montana.
Yes, we do.
Great Falls, Montana.
Beautiful place.
It's beautiful, beautiful weather right now. Love it. But we are moving to Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yes, we're actually both from Seattle. Chelsey started her business out there. Would you like to elaborate more on that?
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys know me, right? Like I'm from Seattle. I do fitness stuff full time, self-employed. And Cameron, you've been in the military for 11 years.
11 wonderful years, and it's I think it's time for me to get out. So we are moving to North Carolina to build our dream home right next to the beach.
Yeah.
Like we've always wanted.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. So basically what happened was when Cameron was deployed, he met a guy that was from Wilmington.
That's correct. I met one of my buddies that I hung out with was from Wilmington. He talked about the place. At that time, me and Chelsey were in talks about where we wanted to live after the military.
I wanted Florida.
Oh, you're actually talking about like
Bali.
Bali.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah.
Bali. But then we realized that what she really wanted was the beach, you know.
The beach.
So, and the East Coast primarily, just because of the warmer water. He talked about Wilmington. We decided, said, hey, that sounds like a great place.
We kind of researched it, and it seemed like a good balance because Cameron likes like the mountains, and well, you like the mountains, but you don't really like snow, so it's confusing.
I don't mind snow. I don't like negative 40 degrees.
Yeah, it's really cold in Montana. So we picked, Wilmington seemed like a good balance because you still have the mountains in North Carolina, and we're going to be close to the beautiful beaches, and we're just a drive away from like New York and DC and Disney World.
That's right.
I'm a big Disney World fan.
Super excited.
I'm so excited. And yeah, so that's how we picked Wilmington. And so what happened was last February, this is a little joke there. Okay, so last February, we went, and it was our first trip there.
Never been to North Carolina at all, and once we decided, we did the research on Wilmington, we finally bought tickets. We were like, all right, let's just go out there and check it out. But we went out there kind of with the thought in mind that we were either going to look for houses or look for land out there, and primarily looking for land.
Yeah.
And so we went out there. Really loved the vibe. It was very progressive, but had a small beach town vibe to it as well. Because I don't like a lot of people, so it didn't seem too crowded.
But it was the off season too, so I'm sure it's a lot busier in the summer.
And the prices over there were just a lot cheaper, so a lot more reasonable, I would say.
Because we're from Seattle, where it's so expensive. So expensive. Yeah.
Too expensive. So we found half an acre lot like 2 days before we were leaving.
We were about to give up.
We were like, really
it was
struggling.
So hard to find anything we would find. It either had a weird catch, like, oh, there's an easement going through the only way to get to your property. You have to get permission from your neighbor to put a driveway in, and like, it was just like everything had a catch.
Yeah, and I'll talk more about easements on another video, and I'll kind of explain exactly the step-by-steps of how we did this. Yeah,
because the other thing too that we ran into a lot is a property wouldn't perk, which I think Cameron can maybe do a video on what all that stuff means. Yeah. So basically, if a piece of land doesn't perk, that means you can't put a septic in it, and you can't connect to city sewer. So you just maybe like poop in a hole? I don't know.
Yeah, just bury your poop all over your yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we found this lot, really loved it.
It perks.
Finally put a bid on it 2 days before.
Yeah. And so, okay, that brings us to the next step. So we needed to have a place to live while we built the house because we have 3 dogs. So renting is a challenge. Like, most people don't want to rent to people with 3 dogs. And especially in our case, we were kind of looking for something more month to month because we want to move into our house as soon as possible after it's finished. So we weren't really in the mood to rent.
Nope, and keep in mind, Chelsey was going to be the only source of income
at
this time.
We're going to be a one-income family.
Yeah, so I wasn't going to be providing anything, so we had to keep it within our budget as best as we could.
Because that's the other thing here. So we're building this beautiful home, and we'll get to more of those details, but we're trying to do this all without a loan. We're trying to just do it all cash because we'd like to be debt-free life.
Debt-free living.
Maybe that should be the name of the series. Debt-free living, building our own home. I don't know. We'll see.
Something.
Yeah. So, anyhow, we decided on this bad boy, 1994 Dutchman.
1994.
It's a 27-foot fifth wheel. It has one slide out.
Yep.
We got it for $5,500, which is a killer deal.
Pretty killer deal.
It's not perfect.
Definitely not perfect.
Already had a leak.
Had leaks in it.
Yeah,
definitely
leaks.
Don't trust anyone that says they don't have leaks in an RV because they do. All right.
I think they all probably get them at some point. Yeah. So, yeah. But we'll give you a tour at the end of this video, though.
Yes. So we bought a 94 Dutchman 27-footer. Our camping experience with fifth wheels and RVs like this are zero. I've never lived in one. I've never owned one.
Never stayed in one.
Yeah, I don't know how to hook up the.
We know nothing.
What's it call it to the who's and what.
We still haven't like taken this anywhere.
Nope.
We've pretty much just been storing our stuff in it. Well,
pretty much, it's a great storage container.
Yeah.
We'll see how she lives.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, so that's the plan, is to live in this 27-foot camper while we build our house. So then, now it's time to talk about like what we want to build and like the steps that we kind of went through to decide what we want to build.
Yeah, so after we found the land, we got the land, we purchased it, really one of the hardest next steps is deciding what you're going to build on there.
Okay, so what I had in mind, what I was like set on, was a barn house. We had looked at modular homes and manufactured homes, and I was like set on taking a steel barn, getting it erected. They're super quick. They go up in like a day.
Yeah.
And then we were gonna frame out the inside, insulate it, make it all like this cool industrial house. I had like this whole vision, right? Like channeling my inner Joanna Gaines. But we kind of decided this really doesn't save any time because you can get them for cheap.
Yeah.
It's like they're only like I think 20,000 for like a 2,000 square foot barn. But you just put it on a slab foundation. But you still have to insulate it because it doesn't come with residential quality insulation. You'd still have to put like a better roof on it.
You still have to do build out on it. You not really a better roof or anything like that, but just depending on where you are, it's gonna you don't know if you're gonna be able to build that type of structure in that area.
Yeah, the permitting and stuff can be the zoning, because it's like a steel building like that could be considered commercial.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah, and so like for resale, could someone get a loan on that for, you know,
to live in?
Yeah, we didn't know, so it was too risky. So that brought us to a stick-built home, the old-fashioned way.
Yep. So now we're kind of in my realm of what I do as Air Force construction. So we were going to do a stick-built home, and just doing the research on the home itself and trying to figure out what home we were going to build and how to keep it cost-effective, we decided, hey, let's just shrink this down a little bit. Let's just do a studio apartment.
We're doing 900 square feet.
Yeah, 900 square feet. One bedroom, you know, it has a living room, kitchen, but just scale it down a little bit so we can figure out all the problems with building a regular size home.
Learn the hard lessons.
Yes, learn the hard lessons
on
a smaller, a little bit more cost-friendly build.
And then we could live in that while we build the big home.
Yeah, and then once we're done with the big home, we can rent that one out.
Yeah, it's
so
like
a
win-win-win.
Great idea. We were so excited about that.
We bought a program. We bought a program to design the house, like for the little house, because we couldn't find anything that was what we wanted. So we bought a program. So we were just gonna
draw it out ourselves on this program, computer program.
Which you did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
And then we called the city, and they were like, no, you can't do that, because whatever structure you build first
is your primary.
Becomes your primary home. So, and even if you built another home second or after the fact, and you can't transfer your primary residence over to the newer house.
So that whatever you build would have to be smaller and behind the original.
That kind of put a kink in the hose.
Yeah. So then we were like, well, I guess we just have to go for it.
Yeah.
The the big guy.
The full plan.
Yeah.
And this was like, I would almost say weeks to almost months of looking at different floor plans. Just floor plans each day. Like, I'm at work, she's working at home. We're both sending each other floor plans. Just always researching floor plans. And I would say probably 2 days before we needed to figure out what floor plan we wanted, I found another one, and I was like, this is it. This is the one, even though we thought we already... Was it the one? Yes, this was the one. Okay, this was the one,
yeah. Because we had already picked, we had like really picked one, remember? And then everybody, so it was one with the master on the main floor and then like 2 or 3 bedrooms upstairs. And everybody was like, I wouldn't want my kids on a separate floor. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good point. We don't have kids. We don't think like that. So,
Zero.
Yeah, so we were like, okay, well, we found this other house. We wanted the master on the main floor because we're dog parents and we don't want our dogs to have to go up and down stairs.
Correct.
So we found this house that is all masters. Every room's a master. It solves the problem.
Win-win-win.
It's a 3-bedroom, and I'll show you guys the plan. Okay, so this is the home that we are building, and as you can see, it has a metal roof. We are gonna try to stick with the metal roof if we can. At least that's the game plan right now. The only thing that is gonna be different is it's not gonna be set up where it's a deck like this. We're doing a slab foundation, so it'll just be a porch on the front and the back. This is the back of the house. You can see we have an upstairs balcony, which is really cool. This is another shot of it. It's kind of cool because someone actually built this house, so you get to see it in real life. And I'm just going to scroll down to the good stuff. Here's the floor plan. So bottom floor, we plan on just polishing the concrete and doing a concrete floor throughout the whole bottom floor. This is our master suite. This is where we will be living. And pretty nice size. I mean, I think at least. Kitchen, dining, family room, back covered porch, we can barbecue, eat dinner, front covered porch, which is also super nice. Upstairs, we have 2 master suites, and this one has a sitting area, which is kind of cool. This is definitely the bigger master suite, so like if someone did have kiddos and they want to be on the same floor, I would imagine this would be the grown-up one, and this would be for the kiddo. And yeah, killer deal. These websites are super convenient. We're not making any changes to the floor plans, but you actually can work with the designer if you want to and make changes. As you can see, this kitchen, we're not going to be doing any of these types of finishes, but it kind of gives you an idea of the layout and just what it's going to look like in terms of size when you walk in. These ceilings are vaulted, so anyway, I'll shut up. It's going to be awesome.
We found the plan that we really liked, we needed to go with, and then it became following the permit process and how to get your dream home approved by the city and make it actually happen.
We actually talked to a designer too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked to a designer and got a quote, and that was $3,000 for that designer. And then from there, we realized we needed to get a survey, which was $800.
Yeah.
And then the survey gave us an idea of like what we can actually build, how much space we have to work with.
I can also talk about that survey part in that one video where I'm going to talk about exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, there'll be another video about the survey and stuff.
Well, a video that pretty much explains exactly what steps we went through.
Yeah.
To get it accomplished.
Yeah. So then these plans we ended up just buying online because it's more cost effective and we simply just aren't that picky and we don't have that unique of a lot. I think using a designer would be really beneficial if you maybe have a lot with like a big hill grading, right?
Yeah. I mean, once you look at floor plans, there's just tons of thousands of floor plans that you can buy offline. There's going to be a lot of pros and cons to it. One, obviously, buying online is going to be a lot cheaper than hiring someone to design something for you.
And quicker.
Yeah, and quicker. And I mean, you got to figure out what's going to work for you. And
it cost us $800, by the way.
Yeah, and right now, since our permit's in, we'll see if they actually take our online plans that we bought or not.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So we
don't know.
We've submitted the application to, the house has been built before, we know that.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is a scam or anything, but we'll see if it was thorough enough, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So now the next step. So we basically have submitted everything for our application for our water, right?
Yeah.
Water, the actual house.
Yes.
And then our septic application, we've gotten that approved.
Yeah.
So now we have to wait for that, and we're trying to get quotes on getting a foundation put in for us, because ideally we'd like to do that before we get there, right?
Ideally, yeah, that would be the idea.
We get there in like a month, so that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah. Foundation's not gonna be too hard. But
and then we got the quote. We got a quote back for the framing. That was a lot.
Framing was a lot more than we expected, and it was just labor. So we decided to take on that endeavor
DIY.
ourselves.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
We'll show you guys how to frame a house, and then you guys can frame like a cool tree house for your kids or a shed.
Gotcha.
What else?
I don't know.
I mean, you can use it. Yeah.
Once you know how to frame, you can frame anything. If you have a huge living room and you want to turn it into another bedroom so you can make money for someone to rent it out, boom.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Go to Home Depot, probably spend like $150 on lumber, a door, some drywall, and that's it. And then you can make another little profit.
Yeah. So our plan with our house too, by the way, because we have those masters upstairs and we don't have kiddos and we don't necessarily intend on having kiddos anytime soon, we are going to rent them out on Airbnb.
Yeah.
Because we are so close to the beach and it's somewhat of a touristy area.
Oh,
so
it's very touristy, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be doing good.
Yeah. So now it's time for you to see our humble abode. Now keep in mind, right now we're just using it for storage, and a lot of the stuff we're going to be getting rid of, and we don't have the slide out right now, so it's going to look super cramped in there, but
probably
it is a wee more spacious when the slide out's out. So here we go. All right, so come on in. Okay, so this is our living room. So we got like a little couch here. This is the slide out. So it's about like what, 3 feet?
About 4.
About 4 feet that it'll scooch out. So this is actually fairly open. I do home workouts, so all this stuff won't be here. I think I'll have some room, right? Anyway, there's storage underneath here, underneath our little couch, and that's actually it. Oh, this, are we gonna rip this out still?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna rip this out. TV will go here. And then come on into our kitchen. So this, again, this is also still part of the slide out. So this will scooch back. This is stuff that's going back to our parents' house, because parents, free storage. And let's look at our kitchen here. So the previous owners painted it like a robin's egg blue. We got a tiny, tiny fridge. Can you see the inside here? It's so small. No, probably not. Oven, you guys, like this is the smallest oven ever. Like you cannot fit a normal size pan in there. It's going to be cozy. Gas stove, microwave. There's actually a lot of storage. It continues all the way back here. You can't see, but all that space is cabinets behind there. You can't see. There used to be a table and chairs here, but we ditched it because it wasn't very cute. So let's go to the bedroom. Oh, let's go to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom. Okay. This is the bathroom door. We have a full-length mirror. Thank goodness. Isn't it the worst when you don't have a full-length mirror? Okay, so just hop in there. The smallest shower ever. Let me just get in there so you can. So I am 5'4", and the shower is like. Good thing Cameron's not too tall, because what do you think that like? It's like not a lot of space. Good amount of storage in the bathroom. I think actually like this, I'll be able to put like my makeup down there. So this is our closet. So we got shelves, hanging space, super minimal, but I think it'll be enough, don't you? There's 2 sides to that. Come to the bedroom. Oh God, it's so good. So we actually switched this out. This was originally an RV queen. So it was a queen, but it wasn't. And we learned that when we put in our mattress, because this is like hanging off the edge by probably about a foot, right? I think about a foot. So it's hotter than Hades in here right now. There's windows on both sides, storage up here, end tables on each side. The ceiling is low. It's pretty comfy though. That's it, right? Is there anything else to show? Oh, there's a door. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That'll come in handy. All right, I think that's it. So please, if you enjoyed this video and want to follow our journey to building a home in Wilmington and downsizing to this itsy bitsy camper in the meantime, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows you like it too.